pretty weird. We're out here in the middle of nowhere. It took a very special four-wheel drive to get us here. High clearance. Here's where the gold mine is at, I'm sure. There's a gold mine in there. Okay, we came from over there. We're walking over here. And here, oh boy, look at this.
You are looking at one of hundreds of basalt dike flows in the Kittitas County called dike swarms, where the earth opened up and ejected lava flowing 5,000 feet thick. And this basalt is high in silica. 5,000 feet deep of lava called the Teanaway basalt layer that covers approximately 28,000 feet of sedimentary layers of shale and sandstone. Wire gold is gold that it's in its original form before it is eroded out of its host rock called silica or calcite, which is in these basalt flows, and when it is eroded out of the basalt, it tumbles downstream into the form of a nugget. These lava dike flows high in silica is where the Ellensburg blue agate, thunder eggs, and geodes were produced.
Okay, here we are at Lions Rock, and we are at over 6,000 feet elevation. And across the valley over here, we have the Columbia River basalt flows. Now, according to secular scientists, there is 300 different lava flows that make up the Columbia River basalt flows. Now, this basalt flow that we're seeing right here specifically is the Grand Ronde basalt flow. So it started in eastern Washington, eastern northern part of Oregon, and it flowed all this way and stopped right here. Now you think about it, if there was 300 different lava flows in an 11 million year period, according to the secular scientists, where the basalt flows started 17 million years ago and stopped 6 million years ago, then that would mean that there would be 36,000 years between each basalt flow. Now, if there was 36,000 years between each basalt flow, don't you think there would be some erosion marks between each flow? But there isn't. They are laid down like pancakes. Now, as we walk over here, we notice across the valley, we have the Mount Stewart mountain range, which is a batholith. Okay, also across this canyon here, we also have the Teanaway basalt flows, which wire gold came from, and the famous Ellensburg blue agate. And the Ellensburg blue agate flowed out of the Teanaway basalt flows and it flowed down into the Ellensburg Valley over here. Now, the interesting thing about the Teanaway basalt flows compared to the Columbia River basalt flows is that the Teanaway, they were a lot thicker, had more silica in it, and that's why across the valley we find thunder eggs, we find geodes, and we find the Ellensburg blue agate. Because the Teanaway basalt flow had more silica in it, and so another catastrophic event came along, carved out all of this valley right here, exposed the Ellensburg blue agate, and caused the Ellensburg blue agate to flow out into the Ellensburg Valley. Now, the Ellensburg blue agate is considered to be a gem according to some experts, and it is anywhere between a 7 and an 8 on the Mohs hardness scale. The other amazing thing about what we're looking at here is that wire gold came out of the Teanaway basalt flows. There's very few places in the world where you ever find wire gold, and we find it out here in the valley. Also, down in the valley here, and I'm going to show you these places, we also have the Teanaway Formation. Now, this is really cool because down here in the valley, we see sandstone pillars, which is part of the Swauk Formation, and they're down there in the valley. You can hardly see them. So the point is that there could not have been an ice flow that had come through here and carved out this valley like some secular scientists claim, because if there had been a sheet of ice that had come through here, it would have wiped out these sandstone pillars. So to me, it makes more sense that water would have carved this area out.